What's up, guys? I am doing another collaboration video, and this is with Sarah from Not a Green Thumb. Her YouTube channel is new, and she has a lot of great gardening videos on. So she is doing this collaboration, and there are 5 questions on here about gardening. My garden, I'm still kind of new to gardening, so I've been learning a lot. And this is the first year we've done any raised beds. And I'm telling you, I love raised beds. I want more raised beds. I'd love to have mostly raised beds. But we have a lot growing this year. You can see some of my jungle behind me. That's mainly all of my tomatoes. Stuff's kind of scattered everywhere, but it's working. You really got to dig and kind of find stuff sometimes. It's a bit of a mess, but I thought this collaboration would be good because I am learning so much about gardening, and I've experienced a lot of different things with gardening this year, and I've been a little surprised at how well it's gone, honestly. So I'm going to jump right into the questions. And question number 1 is, I'm reading off of my my notes here. This is my my little planner thing I have. I got it from Aldi's. It's really cool. So I keep all of my homestead stuff in here. I've got my seed catalogs and my notebook. Helps me stay a little organized. But back to the question, what is a new plant you want to grow or are growing? So mine is garlic. I started it last year in the fall. I believe it was end of October, and I harvested it in June. And that was something new that I did for the first time that I was definitely set on doing, and it was the easiest thing to grow, and I'm so happy with it. I have to show you real quick. These turkeys. Oh my gosh, they're such stalkers. The turkeys are always everywhere. They follow me everywhere. I've been saying for a while they're about to get chopped, and I'm serious. It's really about to happen. They're big enough now. They're going. Anyways, the garlic, I ferment it, and I'll leave a link in the description below of a video I just did on fermenting garlic and how good it is for you. But I also just did pickles for the first time. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I'm using garlic in everything. Garlic is amazing. It's like the best thing you could possibly grow, I swear. And it's so easy. You just plant it, put a straw on it, leave it. You don't even have to water it and stuff. It just grows, and it's so easy. I'm so glad I did it, and I'm doing more next year too. I'm so excited for my garden for next year, and we're not even done with this year, and I'm already a little overwhelmed with everything that I need to harvest and preserve, but it's all good. It's going good. So question number 2, what's your most adventurous goal this year? That was definitely canning. I was terrified to use my pressure canner that I have had forever. And I finally whipped that thing out, and it was kind of a last minute thing. I was texting my friend like a lot, and finally she just called me and walked me through it. I did a video on that too, if you want to check that out. I did chicken broth from when we butchered our meat birds. And then I did water bathing, whatever, for my pickles and dilly beans. And that went really well. That was a lot easier than I thought. So I'm experiencing a lot of new things this year, and I'm really surprising myself at how well it's going. Like, it's not that bad. And I really enjoy it because it's stuff you're growing, you're getting from your own land, and of course it's so much better for you because you don't have all the chemicals and genetically modifying stuff. It's wonderful. And then the times that we're in, this is what we need to be doing. We need to be preserving as much as we can to stay stocked up, because who knows what's going to happen. Honestly, you just don't even know anymore. Nothing ceases to amaze me every time I hear something. It's kind of sad. But number 3, goal you had at the beginning of the season, you already failed. Cabbage just, it's not working for me. It's 2 years in a row I just haven't been able to have cabbage. But I've watched a couple of other YouTube channels, and they're using the covers over the cabbage. So I'm definitely going to try that. And I did get some seeds for cabbage that I can grow in the fall. So I'm going to try cabbage again and see how that goes. So number 4, something that has come up this season that wasn't a goal, but glad it happened. So we kind of have a composting pile going on up in our field, and it's like the barn cleanup and stuff from when we butchered. I don't really know everything that's up in there, but my husband's taking care of it. He just keeps on adding to it. So I know next year, or wait, I think there's another pile up there too. I haven't been up there to see it. We'll have good fertilizer to put on our garden for next year. So that'll be really nice. And I'm also going to start my own in a trash can with just barn cleanup and some, well, we give all of our scraps to the hogs. So it'll mainly be like barn cleanup, and I'll throw grass in there from when we mow and whatever else. I was a little intimidated about composting just because I wasn't real sure about it, but I think it's actually pretty simple. So I'm glad that happened. And then number 5, what is your 5-year down the road goal for your garden? So I definitely want more raised beds, and the way our property is laid out is we have quite a bit of hill, but there's kind of like a little ledge. It's not really a ledge, it's just a little tiny step down in front of our house that I would love to have raised beds at. And I want to do my herb gardens and my raised beds in front of the house. And then we'll keep our raised beds here, and then up around towards the barn we have our big lawn garden. So I want more raised beds. I want to have an actual herb garden, and then we are putting a greenhouse up on the other side of the garage. So I'll have stuff going all year round. So I also will be doing a fall garden for the first time this year. It probably won't be a whole lot, but I did little mini greenhouses out of plastic containers, and I got that off of Roots and Refuge, which I followed them and watched their channel for quite a while, and they are so amazing. I just love listening to her and everything that she's doing and growing, and she's just such a inspiration, honestly. Nice, godly Christian family, and it's very uplifting and encouraging to watch their channel, and I've gotten a lot of great ideas from them. So I definitely like to keep my own greens going all the time, because I I do a lot of salads and stuff. I like to be as natural as possible and clean as possible when eating. And having your own greens, you just can't go wrong with that. But there's so many other things that you can grow in a fall garden. So those are some of my goals and things I've been doing with the garden. We have squash and zucchini everywhere, and I think we're gonna have a lot of watermelon and cantaloupe this year too. But some of the stuff was planted a little too close together. My husband was trying to help me, and it's just randomly here and there, and it's a jungle. It's a big jungle, and sometimes I just don't even want to look at it because I'm like, I don't know what's going on in there. We'll get something. Who knows what it might be, but there's a random pumpkin plant in the middle of my big garden over there too. That's really interesting. So we're getting a lot. It's definitely better than last year. So each year is getting a little better. I'm learning more, growing more. It's been fantastic. I'm super excited about all the preserving that I'm able to do now and just jumping in there and getting it done. So if you'd like to be a part of this collaboration on gardening, just answer the 5 questions that I answered, and you can tag Sarah from Not a Green Thumb in it, and I look forward to watching yours and hearing what's going on with your garden. God bless.